92 is only percent of change. Okay, so basically what this is talking about is, you know how we were doing ratio boxes? Now we're doing pretty much percent boxes, and they look totally different. So you're definitely going to have to pay attention to how it's set up. Okay, so what I want you to write is on the left side, when you realize that you're reading a word problem and it's about a percentage, you're going to have to do it different than a ratio. Okay, so here's what you'll write. You'll write percentage on the left side, percent, and then we still have actual count, so I'm going to put AC. What?
Why can't we do actual count and then percent?
I'm not sure. That's just not the way they do it. I don't know.
They should have done it the other way because we learned it the other way, so it's not as
Okay, so we still do actual count, but it's just percent instead of ratios. Okay. So the three things that you're going to put on the side are, instead of this one being the total down here like we used to do, when you're working with percentages, you're going to have an original price or original percentage, however you want to say it. Original. Okay. Then the second one is going to be the increase or decrease, depending on if it says it increased, or it decreased. So what I want you to put, a lot of times what they end up putting, instead of you putting those two words, if you want to put this on the side, you would say plus or minus change. And I'll explain exactly what that means in a minute. Okay? This means increase, decrease, and how much it changed. I'll explain it all in a minute, no worries. Okay, so go on and write that down. And then the last one you're going to put is new. N-E-W. That's the new price. Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm going to do a price one first, and then I'll go back to example one in a minute. Okay, so listen to this. You're going to tell me, is this an increase problem or a decrease problem? Okay, so listen. The price was reduced 30%. What?
No, it's
decrease. Right, because it was reduced. So we know that we're going to be using this one. I'll explain what I mean by that. The price was reduced 30%. If the sale price was $24.50, what was the original price? Okay, so I have an original price and then a sale price. So what would sale price be located as or known as?
change.
It's going to be the new price. Okay, the change is it increased this much or it decreased this much. Okay, so everybody learning so far? So original price is if the sales price was $24.50, so the sales price is the new price. So it's kind of like I'm a store and my original price was $30 for this sweatshirt. Okay, and then when I marked it down, the new price would be $25. Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? So the new price or the sale price is new. Everybody understand why it's the new? Because originally it was $30, but then when I marked it down, it became the new price that we're looking at. Everybody understand? Okay, so let's put the numbers in. Here's what it says. The price was reduced 30%. Okay. Always, always, always. Instead of your percentage going at the bottom, like we had learned so far, when we're talking about reducing and increasing, your percentage, 100%, always starts at the top. Does anybody know why? Because it's the original amount. Right, very good. So if you kind of use common sense, it makes sense, but you need to know that. Okay? So the original price is the 100%, okay? And they told me that it was reduced 30%. So I'm going to put minus 30%, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So what I'm paying for the product is how much? Percentage? 70. Okay? So if this
is it negative?
That's minus 30.
Yeah.
This is not plus and negative. This is plus and minus. Okay? So it was reduced minus 30%, which made the sale price to be 70% of the cost. Okay? Then it says if the sales price was $24.50, Where's that gonna go? The sales. Well, we had original. It's gonna be the sales price. It's gonna be the new $24.50. Everybody understand why I put it there and not on the original? Because it wasn't the original price, it's the sale price, the new price. Okay, but what are they asking us? If the sales price was $24.50, what was the original? So they're asking me this, right? I'm gonna put O for original. Actually, I'm not gonna put O, that looks like a 0. I'm gonna put P for price. Okay, what was the original price? Now, I only need the row that has everything. Y'all remember me talking about this? You have a row that has everything and a row that you need to know something about. What was this row for? To help us determine this. Okay, that was it. So am I going to use this? No, it doesn't even matter now. Okay, now you just take 100 over 70, just like it's set up, equals P over 24.50. Does everybody understand how I did that?
You use the one that's already filled in and then the one you want to find.
Yes, the row. The row that you know everything about, I know every information that I need to know, and then the row I want to know something about. And then the row that just kind of helped us was just there. All right, now we cross multiply like we've been doing this whole time. Okay, 70 times P equals 24.50, and if you remember, hopefully you will, because I'm multiplying by 100, what can I do with that decimal?
Bring twice.
Just move it twice to the right, right? Okay, so 1, 2, so it's going to be 24.50. Okay, so now it says 70 times what equals 24.50. So let's do that. 24.50 divided by 70. Okay, 70 will go into 245. 3 times, maybe 4 times, 3 times. Everybody else get the same thing I did? 7 will go into 350. 70 will go into 355 times. Yep. Did everybody get that? 35? So, what was the original price? If I had a decimal, I'd put it right there. So, what is the original price? $35. P equals $35. So the original price was $35. It was reduced 30%, which made it be $24.50. Everybody understand how it works?
The hardest part is just like figuring it out.
Once you know this, it's how it's supposed to be set up. Just inserting the numbers and performing it's really easy after that. Okay? Let's do another one. Okay, because I want to make sure y'all are getting where to put the numbers and such, because that's the hardest part. Okay? What's supposed to be right here? Original. We'll put a ridge. Change. Whether it's plus or minus, and then this is new. Okay. I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to go to example 1 because I skipped that one because I want to do a money problem first. This one says the country's population increased 15%. We know that this is an increase problem. Okay? So where would I put an increase of 15% at?
Change.
On change, and it's because it's increase, I'm going to put a plus 15%. Okay?
100%.
100% is always the original. Very good. So my new would be 115%. Very good. Now, the country's population, thank you, babe. The country's population increased 15% from 1980 to 1990. If the population in 1980 was 120,000, where am I going to put that number? Original, because that was in 1980. And then we have a new population in 1990. So in 1980, it was 120,000. What was the population in 1990? P for population. Everybody knew? That's where I was supposed to put it, right? So this is 1980, the original population of the city. And in 1990 is the new population. Okay, everybody got it so far? All right, so how am I gonna set this up?
100 over 115
100 over 115
equals
120,000 over P. Okay, when I do that, I get 100 times P equals 120,000 times 115, which equals 13,000. I totally cheated by looking at the answers over here. 138. No, sorry. 13,800. No. 13,800,000. There we go. Got it? I didn't want
that
to.
would have taken forever.
That would have taken forever, and I don't want to do that right now because we don't have a whole lot of time. Okay, so all I did is multiply 115 times 120,000, and I got 13,800,000. Okay, so 100 times what equals 13,800,000? And once I figured that out and divide it, P equals 138,000. Okay, another way you could have done that is taken your number and divided it by 100 like that, and you could have crossed out your zeros at the end. Okay, and then that would have made it 138,000. Okay, so the population in 1990 is 138,000. Got it? Feel pretty good about it? All right. I'm going to leave original and new right there. Let's do the next problem. Make sure you are getting it.
Can we try to do this one or no?
This one's a little bit harder. Okay? Okay, so listen to this one. Anytime, write this down on your paper. Anytime you hear wholesale, wholesale means original. Wholesale means original. Because it's what the company bought it for, kind of thing. They bought it at wholesale price. Okay? And then, if you hear retail, which means what they sold it for, what was the retail price, that's going to mean new. Just to let you know, if you see those two words, I want you to know what that means already. Okay, so now that you know that, listen to what I said. Listen to what the problem says. A merchant bought an item at wholesale price for $20. Okay, what is my original percent? 100, right? Always. Original is my wholesale, right? I'm going to go and write it over here. My new is my retail. Right? Everybody saying with me? All right, so here's what it says. A merchant bought an item at wholesale for $20. Where's the $20 going to go? Top right. $20. Okay? Then it says, and marked the price up 75%. Where's that going? Change plus 75%. And marked it up 75%. To sell the item at retail. What was the merchant's retail price for the item? We're wanting to know this. What is the actual count, the price for the new item? Okay?
Put 175.
Very good. I'm going to go in and add this 100 plus this 75 and make it 175%. Now, which two rows am I going to use?
The top and bottom.
Top and bottom. I only needed this one in order to figure this out, okay? This is not always going to be the case, but in the last three it has. All right? So, let's go in and work this. All right, so I will go 100. Actually, y'all going to work the rest of it by yourself. See how you do. Now that we've got it set up. How did everybody do? Should have gotten a 35. Everybody got 35. Okay, you should have put 100 over 175, 20 over R, and when you cross multiply 20 times 175, you should have gotten 3,500. 100 times R, and divided that, and I would have gotten 35. Make good sense? Understand it? That's lesson 92.